Welcome to Lesson 2 of Advanced Saxophone Lessons Made Easy. Much needed support. What is it? The only quality more important than having a good reed is having proper and sufficient air support. Air support makes all the difference between producing a weak, airy sound and producing a full, clear sound. The first step in obtaining proper air support is to check your posture. When you sit, are you slouching in your chair? Or are you sitting up? If you mostly stand to play, are you standing up straight? Ask yourself these questions each time you begin to play. Any slouching at all will cause your diaphragm or your stomach to become compressed, which will limit your airflow. The technical term associated with proper air support is diaphragmatic breathing. This is simply breathing from your diaphragm, not just your chest or your shoulders, to maximize airflow. In order to increase breathing capacity, you need to practice breathing techniques that will strengthen your diaphragm just like you would for any other muscle. The first thing I recommend is to find your diaphragm and understand what it is and how it works. To begin, let's lie flat on our backs. Breathe in and out slowly like you normally do while placing your hands flat on your stomach just below and on either side of your stomach. You should notice two things. First, you will notice that your shoulders are relaxed and still. They are not moving up and down as you breathe. This is important to remember. Secondly, you should be able to feel your diaphragm move up and down with each breath. With your hands, you will feel it expand while you inhale and compress as you exhale. Now, let's stand up and repeat the same thing. Let's try that one more time. Place your hands on your stomach and breathe in from your diaphragm as you feel your stomach expand. Then breathe all the way out and feel your stomach compress. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe from your stomach, not your chest and shoulders. This will allow you to store much more air and have a greater airflow when you are playing. So how do you get it? Now that you know what diaphragmatic breathing is and feels like, try these simple exercises. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, then immediately exhale all of the air with force over the entire 4 counts. So inhale for 4, and exhale for 4. When I say with force, I mean exhale with force. The louder or bigger sound you want to make will require more forceful or fast air. When you are playing soft, you need to be able to blow less forceful air and be able to control it. A good way to check that you're exhaling with force is to hold a sheet of paper in front of your face as you exhale, and try to force the paper to move away from your mouth. Let's try that same exercise one more time, exhaling with force. So breathe in for 4, and out. Make sure to take the entire 4 counts to fill up your diaphragm and lungs, and also to completely empty them by the count of 4 as you exhale. If you do not exhale all of the air, this is referred to as stacking air. You can quickly become very uncomfortable and may even feel sick. Do this several times a day for the first week or so until it becomes comfortable for you. You can do it any time of day, walking around, riding in the car. I do not recommend trying it while you eat. Once you can comfortably inhale and exhale for 4 counts, make it more useful towards playing the saxophone. Start off by breathing in for 2 counts and breathing out for 6 counts. Breathe in for 2 and out for 6. Make sure you are feeling the same sensation as before, as we are keeping our shoulders relaxed. Also, remember to take in as much air as you can and blow out all of the air as you exhale. This may seem difficult at first. However, if you do this exercise several times a day for about a week, it will become very comfortable. The next step of this exercise is to inhale for 1 count and exhale for 8 counts. be sure to push all the air out for the entire 8 counts. When you can do that, go even further and inhale for a time of an 8th rest, and exhale for 12 counts. This will begin building your endurance for playing entire phrases without breaking the phrase up by taking a breath. After you have increased the amount of air you have flowing through your diaphragm, it is time to increase your amount of pressure and your overall support. The way I work on this is to place a small towel in the bell of my saxophone to create resistance. A hand towel or cleaning rag should do the trick. The goal here is to play as loud as you can with the towel acting as a mute. Focus on playing all registers, especially above high C and from low G to low D. You will not be able to play below C because the towel interferes with the dynamics of the horn. This is a great time to work on long tones or holding the same note for 8 counts while increasing or decreasing the volume. It's also a great technique to use when you practice scales and arpeggios and other warm-up drills. Try this method when you are practicing for at least a week. When you take the towel out of the bell, you will be amazed at how much better and bigger you sound. So what does it do? What kind of differences did you notice? First and foremost, you should notice that you can sustain a note for a greater amount of time. You will be able to play longer phrases that are not separated every other measure with a breath. Your overall sound will be full and much bigger. You should also be producing a much clearer sound. How will this affect the different registers? Your low notes will be easier to play at any dynamic level, and your high notes will be the envy of the neighborhood. No more wimpy, ear-piercing high notes from you. The high notes will also be helped by playing with relaxed shoulders because you're breathing properly and not working so hard. This was one of the biggest breakthroughs in my playing. Try it for yourself. You will be pleasantly surprised with the results.